Hey guys, BP back here. We're just in the shop, messing around a little bit. Got some pipe on the rack. Piece of pipe in the saw. Doing some cope out cuts. Looks pretty good, actually. I impress myself sometimes. Bunch of pieces down here. I gotta finish cutting them off. Basically how I make my cope cuts, I just run it in. If you look at this one, you can see see that? Cut on one side, so I gotta throw it back in the saw and buzz that side off. And then the finished product ends up looking like that right there. But we're building ourselves a windbreak / calf shelter. So that piece there, that's a skid. That's a hunk of 2 7/8 oil field pipe. And then this rusty colored one over here is another piece of 2 7/8 oil field pipe. And the rest of this stuff is 2.5 inch Boilermaker pipe. So yeah, 3/16, almost 1/4 inch wall. So we're gonna make her 6 feet on the one side and 5 feet on the other side. So let's get this piece of steel in the saw and cut the next 5-footer, and we'll go from there. Bring you back in a bit. Alrighty guys, well, got that one welded in there, over here, all the way down, over there, and over there. So anyways, so at that point right there, we got to cut a notch in that, and then once this thing is standing up, we'll bend that up to make our skid. So we got to flip this over to weld the other side from our trusty Princess Auto friggin' winch. One of these days I'm going to friggin' change this sucker out. The cable's getting pretty ratty on it. This ought to be a little interesting. See if I can rip the friggin' door out of the shop. Ouch. Bear with me, boys. There we go. Got that on there. So this thing is going to end up being 24 feet long by 8 feet deep. The auto brake is friggin' giving me some grief here. And the back wall is going to be 6 feet tall. And the front wall is going to be 5 feet tall. Right on top of the doggy pool. There we go. Out of the way. There. So we got to weld that there and there. And same at that end. Same at this end over here. And then all of these little angle irons that I cut and I got holes in them. Well, that gets welded into place for the plank, because we're just going to bolt a plank. So these go on like this, like that right there, and then a plank sits in there, and we just bolt that plank there, and then when we put our slabs on, they just power nail the slabs on, air nail them on. That's how we do her. Anyway guys, once we get this welded up, I'll bring you back. Hey guys, well, we're back. It's the next day. The wife and I went and put our lives at risk and went and got some groceries this morning, but we bought enough that we should be good for the next month, probably, close to it. So anyways, I came back in here and got back to work. We got the front half of our calf shelter wall stood up, and it's just kind of tacked in down there. That cross member is tacked in. It's tacked in up there, there, over here, up there. But these friggin' things, you gotta, it's a double angle cut, so kind of gotta saddle weld it on the top side, and then it's a friggin' somewhat of a fish mouth slash saddle weld on the underside. And so over here you can kind of get a gist of what I'm trying to accomplish. So you see, that's how it's got to work out because of that angle from top to bottom. So yeah, we'll get that last one goes in there and there, up there, see that up there? And then this piece here, it's gonna go basically right in the middle up there, and then another one to split the difference in the middle from about there down to there, roughly. So anyway, once we get it all tacked in and maybe even welded in, I'll bring you back and show you what she looks like. Alrighty, we're back. The old Lincoln. So here we go. We got that one all welded in. The top, all the cross members are in. So basically what I do, like I showed you guys yesterday, I put an angle iron in there and then we just put plank in. Well, I'm gonna put another little stubby angle iron here. Like basically, it'll just sit with the flat part up, and then flat part up here, and then another one basically 2 feet down all the way through to the bottom over here, the same. And our 2x4s are gonna run on top of the pipe all the way across. It'll be on top here all the way through, and then we'll put metal cladding on top here. If you're wondering what that is, I'm trying to use up some scrap as we go. So anyways, so we'll put the metal cladding on the top. We haven't decided if we're gonna put metal cladding on the end walls, on that end, or on that end. But on the back wall, we're just gonna put slabs, and the slabs will stick up above the top edge by 2 feet and act as a windbreak to block wind farther away. It's the first one I made like this. I don't normally make them like that. And normally we build them 5 feet high on the back wall and 4 feet high, or 5 feet high on one side and 4 feet high on the other. But I told the wife this time we're doing it different. I want it a little taller because I'm sick of knocking my friggin' head in the friggin' ceiling every time I go in and out of it. So this one is 5 feet and 6 feet. So yeah, there we are. We'll show you more later. Well, here we are. Stopped working in the shop. We're heading down the road, heading into town to the buddy's place with the old McCormick, Little Red. And Buddy got himself his press back. It was being stored at another friend's place, but this is a 50-ton press, or maybe more than that. Maybe it's a 70 or 75-ton press, and he needs help getting it off the trailer and into his shop that he just built. And so we're heading into town, doing a good deed, helping the neighbor out, helping the buddy out. He helps me out, and yeah, we'll get her done. Anyway, guys, you know what to do. Comment, rate, subscribe, give her a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever the hell you want. I don't really care. And let's get her done, boys.